Just having a look at a few Forex charts, just the main ones that I'm following to start the year. It's been quite choppy with over the break with some flash moves in currencies on very low volume, and some big spikes and reversals. So it's not a good idea to trade over the Christmas period just because it's so low liquidity and things like that can happen. So you certainly don't want to be running a EA over the Christmas period. And I've been following a young girl. She's lives in Thailand, but she's works a bit in Japan, and she's picked up this EA. She bought this EA, which is based on martingale. I think from what she's been hard to understand, but she's been posting her progress with this EA, and I assume she's going to get kickbacks for talking about the EA on her channel, whatever. She's not the first person to do that, but she seems to be legit anyway. And they told her to turn the EA off, turn it off until the 15th of January. So for that liquidity reason. So that was interesting. And I'm going to follow her progress with this EA. She seems to be reporting legitimate results, but I certainly wouldn't use a martingale. I don't think she really understands what she's using, to be honest, because anyway, I might talk a bit more about what she's been doing in the coming videos, but she seems to be quite innocent, and whether it's a scam or not, it's I certainly won't be buying the EA from the link, that's for sure, but it's interesting to follow though. So the US dollar index is this has formed a real nice double top here on the daily, just before Christmas that was, and it's turned down with the Fed's turned a bit dovish now, with the only 2 rate hikes intended this year in 2019, and 2 rate hikes instead of 3, so it's going to be it's put a bit of downward pressure on the US dollar. A lot of people are saying that the US dollar is going to move higher, but I don't see any case for that at the moment. I don't make long-term forecasts. I'm only interested in what's happening right now. So as we can see right now, we've got momentum to the downside, and the just resting on the weekly Cajunson here at the moment. But yeah, just seeing what happens here, but it's in a range at the moment until it breaks below the Cajunson. It's the MACD crossed down. It's ranging, and then when you get below the Cajunson, then it becomes a counter trend on the weekly then, and because it's a flat Cajunson, it'll most likely turn into a distribution, but you can't say that yet. But at the moment, there's quite a bit of downside momentum still on the weekly and daily US dollar index, and Aus dollar US was quite a bounce. This was one of the flash move, and then a very sharp reversal there on that. So I wasn't trading it during this period, and so I've only just been taking some small trades this week, and just getting back into it again for the new year. But I won't be trading any really size until the volume picks up a bit next week. See, the volume's been extremely low, so you don't want to be trading any real size on that. And I wasn't expecting this to be as strong. I thought it wouldn't have made it. I thought it would have found resistance at the 100-day MA here, but hasn't. It's pushed through that at the moment. But we'll see what it does next week. But it's been a little main reversion rally there, and again with Euro Swiss, it's been off a a good base on the weekly. The bounce, the main reversion trade back up to the 100 there it's been a fairly good one over the last couple of days. And see if that it's got a flat cadence in here up to the MACD hasn't crossed up yet, so you're going to trade this only on the small time frames. Euro US found a base here, and it's broken. It's broken above the 100 now, 100 MA now. But I've had a few small trades on this this week, but nothing in any size. Look at the volume. The volume is very, very low, so you want to be very careful about trading on low volume like that. It's very, very dangerous to do that, and certainly don't want to be running an algo on that low volume, that's for sure. I wouldn't run an algo anyway, but the people that do don't run it on low volume like that. NZ CAD was this was a really nice move here. The CAD has obviously been affected by the oil price, and NZ CAD's a good one. Again, extremely low volume compared to what it normally trades, this is a double top, bit of a double top here on the weekly, and got a flat cadence, and so there's downside. Likely to be downside momentum here. It's quite a nice one. With this breakdown right here, it's been quite a nice pair. And NZ Jappy found support here on and this heavy resistance on the weekly, and the Cajunson's flat, so we get a mean reversion now back up to the flat. 100 MA is flat here as well, so this is one you can trade. I've been trading this on the smaller time frames, and this was a huge move down here on the huge breakdown here ahead of just before Christmas. NZ Jappy really broke down quite sharply there, and broke down to the heavy support here. So now NZUS that found support rather on the support on the flat Cajuns, and now the flat weekly Cajuns, and so there's been a bit of a bounce off the 100 here. It's a bit of a sort of, it's only good for trading on the smaller time frames, but it's been quite a good move there in the last few days. Been some nice little short-term plays on that, but again, low volume still. Have to see what volume does next week. And US dollar CAD, this has been a ripper. This one it's just forming a bottom now. Looks like on the 100, but look at that. It's been a very nice uptrend last year until late 2018, and now it's been a very sharp reversal, very sharp. It's the mean reversion back to the 100 because it got far too wide of the 100, and now it's turned back down sharply. That was a very nice pick up there on the downside, but I didn't trade this particular downside. I was trading this on the upside in the lead up to Christmas, but I didn't take this short here because I just had a break from Forex, and I was focusing on my other trading, but US dollar Jappy was it's very looking for a bit of a basing formation here now, looking for a retracement back up to the 100 here, but it's very hard to say. It was a double top off this heavy double top resistance here, so when it broke down here, this is very nice shorting. I might have got I think I got a little bit of this ahead of Christmas, but then I missed out on this, obviously, this nice down move here. I missed out on all of this move, and I haven't traded this on this. I haven't traded this yet, but I will be. This is on my priority watch just to see what it's likely to do. Look at this tiny volume. It's just ridiculous for US dollar yen. That's minuscule, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So on Monday, I'm recording this video on the Friday so most traders won't be back until next week, so we'll see what happens, but that's just the basics of it for now. Okay, bye.